Okay, so we're going to take a look how to send an attachment, make a responder, make a rule, and see about a group. Okay? How we got here was logging into Pages MyCVTC and going to student email. This is Office's latest version, so it's called Office 365. They're selling it now as a licensed, where you pay $10 a month and you get it. Academic price is $80 for 4 years. You get all Office for everything. And probably I should note that, and you know, if you needed, and it runs on your PC or Mac. It gives you a couple licenses, so you can load it on 2 different machines. At home I pay $10 a month, or less if I pay yearly, and I can put it on 5 machines. So anyways, so here we are. I don't know what auto replies are. This email is going to look kind of odd here. My email is done twice at the school due to some weird thing they had to do to make student accounts. So I actually have a student account, but it always forwards to my regular account. Okay? I think that was to keep student email separate from faculty, but yet them share the address book somehow. So, you know, inbox, sent box, these are things that have been sent. Just some basic navigating. These little carrots say you can open them or close them. Okay, so that you can see if you have any emails in session, that'd be draft, junk mail, a folder for anything the system thought was spam, may have put there. Okay, so it's kind of a very minimalist interface, so you're going to find your eyes searching for like new mail, and then when you go new mail, you may not be able to find send. Somebody I know was working on it and couldn't send, and here I'm going to put an email to myself, to my regular account, you know, from me. Usually you should have a subject. A lot of spam filter will say if you don't have a subject, it must be spam. So also if you don't have a body. Okay, so here is the file. Okay, if I was going to attach something, now you start searching for the word attach, or a paper clip is the common thing. Here they're not calling it attach, they're calling it insert. So I'm going to click on insert, and it says, well, what would you like to insert? It has attachment, picture, or signature. I want to attach a file. It'll bring up the file system, and then I'll get to where my files are, see if I can locate a file, and here's some sort of file with a bunch of names on it. Okay, now I have to hit send. Anybody see that? Yeah, that's that lovely minimalist, you know, you happen to see it, somebody else you may hunt. Okay, so that's the first part of sending in. Okay, so again, these people have been responded to, but it goes to my other mail, and then I think they made it fix. I can't explain it, but so that's sending an attachment. We simply created a mail, then when it showed it, right, we went insert where the attachment was. A responder, this gets a little tougher. Things like these 3 dots, I wonder what that means. Gives me a set of choices. Okay, so I want to make a responder, make a rule. Another place is you are supposed to know, like here. See, this shows me my message, this doesn't. I have to hit the little gear. If I hit the gear, I see a thing called options. Then they have some shortcuts, set automatic replies. So if I go to options, now we see there's something about my count. If I wanted to add a picture, edit the information. If I want to maybe do something about organizing, so here, see, that's kind of interesting. They call rules organize email. So for those who have done rules, this will be confusing because you're going to look for create a rule. And here it says, oh, I've got a rule right here. Okay? And you see what my rule is it just, after the message arrives, and I do nothing, it just arrives. And it applies to all messages, then send it. Okay? So if I was going to make another rule, I just hit plus, create a new rule for arriving, move it to a subfolder. It kind of is helping it be less chores. It's got some pre-thought things. So I go here, Gmail copy, and apply to all messages, or maybe messages just where I'm in the to or carbon, so then I won't get the junk mails that go to a mailing list. Then I'll say, I can send a text now, so it can go to your phone. Mark the message, redirect message to, and then it looks like I have to add my email there, or more options. Is there one to copy? Forward. Send a message to. And now I need to, see, so now I can tell it to send it to my phone. So that's text message. Move, copy, delete, mark the message, forward. I want to forward the message to. So now I go there, and now this is, I'm going to search for this email address, and now it is not too happy with me. So now it looks like what I have to do is add to my contacts and create that email address. So sometimes we'll hit a dead end like this where we have to do something like that. Okay? So groups, you get to make a group, and you say my group for class, something like that. You can have a display name, your email, or here's ones where you're going to own. I want to create a group. Alias is just something short you can type. And now this is what it's made this group called. There might be a conflict if it already exists. And then here are the owners, and I could make someone else an owner. Okay, so now I've got my group, and I go membership. I want to add, and then I add this person to it. And then I add this person, and then I hit OK. Now they're part of this group if I wanted to have them in there. Once I'm there, how do I get back? I can use the back arrow, and I could say new message, and I could say my group. And if it doesn't show up, yep, see, it's got my class group, so this email would go out to those people. Okay? So we've looked at that rule to forward, create a group. Okay? You might want to give your group your name, and if it's even with one other person. And what you're going to do to hand this in is create a jing. So what I suggest you do is just do the whole assignment, and then just play me a jing of you showing me where the group is. Here's the message I got in the inbox. so you don't have to do it each little step. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. Well, give that a go, and that's the overview of Outlook.